such exciting things going on right now.
Indeed, quite a momentous day, it must be said, an historic day in many regards, Alistair. Never before in the history of Northern Ireland, its 101-year history, has a nationalist party, a party that essentially wants to see the reunification of Ireland, top the poll. It has now happened. Sinn Fein have received not just the first number of first preference votes, but in the end they've also going to have the most number of MLAs. Why has this happened? Well, it's come primarily, as you've rightly pointed out, at the expense of the DUP, the main unionist party here in Northern Ireland, that's seen its vote drop quite substantially. The unionist vote in many ways is splintered in three different directions, from the DUP to the Ulster Unionist Party and to the more hardline traditional unionist voice, which has taken a very strong view on the Northern Ireland Protocol. That party has done particularly well. So what does it mean, though, for Northern Ireland, the very fact that Sinn Fein has topped the poll? Well, what it fundamentally means is that they will get to nominate who the First Minister is at the next Assembly in the Executive. The problem is that that Executive had been suspended before these elections, and there's little sign that will be resurrected, because unionists want to see that Northern Ireland Protocol changed before, frankly, they're prepared to go back into power with anyone. Other notable things that must be said today is, you're right in pointing out, the Alliance Party, that centrist party, have also done particularly well. A reminder here that not all politics is green and orange, that there are people who frankly don't want to necessarily identify through the politics as either nationalists or unionists, and they have done very, very well indeed. They're currently up 3 seats to 10. We're about slightly more than halfway through in terms of the number of MLAs that have been elected. I think, though, overall, Alison, it's important to remember this, because it will be reported in this way. Does this mean that a united Ireland is now more likely, the fact that Sinn Fein have topped the poll? In some ways, yes, but in most ways, no. And the reason I say that is because the unionist vote does still pretty much remain strong in Northern Ireland. Actually, support for the union remains pretty steady over the last couple of decades. It is not up to Sinn Fein to decide to call a referendum. That's up to the Secretary of State for Northern Ireland. And in the end, as I say, while this is an historic, momentous day for this province, it's not a day that I think is going to fundamentally shift politics in the short or indeed the medium term.